We're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the GME studio, it's Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Are you an entrepreneur who has felt like you were all alone on your business adventure? Well, you're in the right place.
You know, being an entrepreneur can be lonely and challenging at times, looking for people to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs,
the show designed by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs just like you.
Keep watching for your dose of entrepreneurial fun with the Roving Reporters and, of course, Kim and Carrie.
As we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Good morning, entrepreneurs, and welcome to show number 116. We're so glad you've joined us today, and I am Kim White, your host, and I am joined by the interview king himself, Adam Rothenberg. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Kim. I'm very excited to be here. And I just want to say that I realize this is not the best shirt to be wearing for camera because it looks like I'm in sparkles and it's glittering, and that is nothing. I just have dots on my shirt.
Wait now, I like sparkles. I thought you wore a sparkly shirt because I like them.
I did. I wore it for you, Kim.
Thank you. Thank you, Adam.
And one of the things that I absolutely love about Good Morning Entrepreneurs is that it is a show no matter where you're at in your entrepreneurial journey, whether you're just starting out, you're knee deep in entrepreneurship, you can not only get ideas of what else you could do in your business, but it's also a place where you can get your questions answered. And I love that this show is multifaceted in that way.
Me too, Adam. I appreciate the fact that this whole Roving Reporter crew and production team all wants to help you who's watching. I love it.
Yes, we do this show for you. So one of the things we're going to do to get started right away is go into Entrepreneur Land.
Entrepreneur land is the land we live in, we say as business owners. We definitely have a place we go that's different than most, Adam.
It is. And today's theme is sustainability in business.
I think this is a great theme because you might take it as sustainable practices. You might take it as sustainable products. You might take it in a lot of different ways. But one of the things I want to point out is sustaining your business is what sustains long-term business for you to benefit your life. So sustainable has lots of meanings, and I think we'll probably hit on a lot of them today.
Well, I am excited to see how the theme unfolds throughout the show today, I have to say. And one of the ways I feel like we can be sustaining in our business is to celebrate all of the wins that we have, because it's our moment to look back and realize what we've accomplished. And that is one of the things that we do in the GME Chronicles. Not only is it our way to celebrate the wins that we have done from the previous week, it is also used to hopefully help you, the viewer, get ideas of things that you can do in your business. And Kim, were you going to say something? I saw your hand up. Were you going to say something?
I was seeing if I could say something too about this. Since we had a message and we were all gone last week, I just wanted to point out that this is actually a double awesome GME Chronicles, because it's actually given an account for the things that happened while we were actually all vacationing over the holiday.
I love it. Well, let's go into the Chronicles and see what happened.
Thank you, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. My name is Jill Olish, and we have some updates for you today, July 11th, 2025. The GME Chronicles is a celebration of moving the needle in our businesses, and we want to share these numbers out loud with you, not to show off, but to show what's possible when we come together in business. To catch you up, we had 8 Pilates classes with Kat. She also held 7 nights of the Revitalize Your Midlife Symposium. Yvonne hosted the Age Agitators Club gathering. I ran in the Hope is Here 5K and held the Mama Outspoken Village gathering. My Sexy Business held website royalty, speaker sheet workshop, rounds 32, 33, and 34 of Fire Up Mastermind, 2 sessions of Simple Publishing Mastermind, 2 sessions of Showtime Mastermind, and 2 sessions of Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. Congratulations to the masterminders who've completed round 32 of Fire Up Mastermind, and welcome to those who have just started round 34 of Fire Up Mastermind. Kat posted new blogs, The Plant-Based Revolution, How Kim White Transformed Her Health, and 2024 Revitalized Your Midlife Symposium Day 2 with Lorraine Cuff, Nutrition Changes to Improve Your Life. Adam posted new interviews, one with Brian Charles Rooney and another with Jimmy Levitt. My Sexy Business posted a new blog, 3 Simple Ways for Entrepreneurs to Build Courage. Donna hosted the Big Show and Tell, and My Sexy Business went live with shows 114, 115 of Good Morning Entrepreneurs, plus a special holiday message. Be sure to subscribe to My Sexy Business YouTube channel so you never miss an upcoming show or any new clips. Check out these podcasts for new episodes. Sisters in Service, Late Bloomer Living, Buckets and Boom Gates, 5 and 15 Interviews Leadership Series. Bearing It All with Call Me Adam, Mucked Up My Self-Care, Mama Outspoken, and SEO Day. On Clubhouse, Adam, Denise, and Kim hosted the My Sexy Business Not Creepy Rooms, which currently have 1,280 members, and we also held the 42nd and 43rd Walk and Talk with the community. You can connect with the Roving Reporters through the GME directory. Head over to mysexybusiness.com/GME and you can connect with everyone there. This all brings our number to 60, making our grand total 6,707 amazing things done collectively by this community in just 3 years and counting. We look forward to more updates coming up next week. If you are ready to join in on the fun around here, you can find us coming up at the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit, Kitchen to Kitchen, and Sticky No Time Accountability. Plus, you can always join us where we're meeting in the community in places like the Clubhouse audio app, Buckets and Boomgate Studio, Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, the Walk and Talk, Kitchen to Kitchen, and wherever you're watching now, Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Be sure to check out our events calendar at mysexybusiness.com/events for more information and upcoming events. Back to you in the GME studio.
Cheers to those numbers. Oh my goodness. Has it been quite a 2-week period?
I'm amazed at the numbers always, but this one really wowed me, Adam.
Me too, Kim. I want to say congratulations to everybody, and to you watching. I hope you got some ideas of things that you could do for your business.
I'm very excited for everybody watching to take ideas away or to be inspired, Adam.
Yes, definitely. And continuing with this celebration, we actually have 2 things we want to celebrate today. One is that our very own freaking fabulous Kat Corchado has crossed over the 200th podcast episode mark. She has released 200 podcast episodes, and we would love to take a moment to celebrate this milestone for her.
too. We're gonna celebrate your body with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration.
Oh my God. Congratulations, Kat, on 200 episodes of the Sisters in Service podcast. If you have not had a chance yet to take a listen to it, go to your favorite podcatcher and start listening.
I was going to say, Adam, I just want to throw this out there. It is a military podcast for anyone related to the military in any way. However, the Why Not Wellness, she does special episodes of Why Not Wellness. It really does speak to everyone. Everyone who's breathing can learn something from Kat from those podcast episodes. So go check it out.
And the other thing we have to celebrate today is a brand new YouTube channel that Kim is starting called, oh my God, I just went out. Kim, you're going to have to help me with your YouTube channel.
It's plant-based kitchen to kitchen.
And can you tell us a little bit more about it?
So the end of last month, my husband and I celebrated 2,000 days, consecutive days of being plant-based. And we have been, I will just say, pushed gently to please share what we're doing and all of that. Well, we batch cook. He and I batch cook every week together. So we really are just adding the camera. That's what's going to happen. Along the way, we're just going to share the things we're learning, because we wish we would have had a little bit clearer path when we started. And so we hope it's let me say this for the record, it is not a business. It is only a give back. We are just doing it to kind of record I think part of our legacy, because he and I both have lost, weight on doing this, gotten healthier, done a lot of different things. And we just really want everybody to, if they're interested, try.
And for the celebration, we have a very special video to share. So let's take a look at what's to come. Yay. Oh my God, I love it. And if you have not already subscribed to Kim and Troy's new YouTube channel, Plant-Based Kitchen to Kitchen, go to YouTube and subscribe so you can tune in.
We aired June the 22nd. That was our first week. That was our first time. And it was actually on the 2000th day. So we are going to give I almost feel like it's accountability for us, Adam. It's now every week we've got to tell how many days it is so that y'all know we're still on that path and not running away in a different direction. So it's very exciting.
Well, we love accountability for sure, especially in this community.
Yes, we understand the power of it.
Yes, yes. And speaking of power, one of my all-time favorite videos from our next roving reporter, Yvonne Marchese, was when she did a parody of Olivia Newton-John's song, Let's Get Physical. She did Let's Get Visible. And I am so glad that we took this video out of the vault for today's show. And I cannot wait to revisit right now what Yvonne has to say about being visible in your business.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Yvonne Marchese coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I am your resident age agitator, here to talk to you about midlife entrepreneurship. Let's get visible, visible. So let's get rid of that. I am here to talk to you about being visible as an entrepreneur, which can, let's face it, be uncomfortable. I'm doing today's segment in the style of an Instagram reel, because that is one way that you can be visible as an entrepreneur in your business. You can put a camera in front of you and talk directly to your customer, which is a really great way for them to get to know you and really get a sense of who you are. People like to do business with people they know or feel they know. You might be thinking, no, heck no, I am not doing that. Well, let me tell you something. That was me a couple of years ago. I was never going to think about being on camera like this. But I knew that I needed to grow the audience for my podcast in order to get my message out. And so I started to challenge myself. This isn't the only way to increase your following, but it definitely is one way. And what I would challenge you to do is push yourself a little bit outside your comfort zone. Because that's what's required of us when we are entrepreneurs. It requires us to step outside our comfort zone in order to get our message out there. Let people know that your business exists. And guess what? When you record talking directly to the camera, you can edit. You can edit out this stuff that you don't like and keep the stuff that's on point. That's all for now. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
I love what Yvonne had to say about being visible in front of your audience. And the editing button is my favorite friend, especially when I pre-record something. Here's a confession, Kim. I take like 20 takes before I get the actual one that I want to use.
Well, anyone who's watched for very long, Adam, knows that most things I do are just flawed and all. Like, we just leave it as is. So,
well, Yvonne brings up a lot of great points about being visible with your audience. And one of the ways that Yvonne is also visible is through her podcast, Late Bloomer Living. And she has conversations with so many amazing movers and shakers who have started businesses later in life, who step outside their comfort zones by showing up and showing their faces. And you can't. Oh, no,
sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, Yvonne just celebrated 5 years of her podcast. And she, I feel like, is the one that went first. She was very uncomfortable podcasting. She was very uncomfortable in the beginning, and she talks about it, tells that story. I appreciate it very much, because if you're out there listening and you're thinking of starting a podcast, don't be intimidated by 5 years later or 200 episodes later. Just start with the first one. It can do wonders for your business.
100% agree. And in addition to hosting the Late Bloomer Living podcast, Yvonne is going to be co-emceeing the upcoming Fierce Entrepreneur Summit with you, Kim. And for those of you that don't know what the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit is, this is our virtual quarterly event where all the Fire Up Masterminders come together to talk about a particular theme. This quarter's theme is the real reason people become entrepreneurs. And we would love you, the wonderful watcher, to be part of the discussion. So if you visit the My Sexy Business website, you can get all the information on how you can join us for this fun summit. And the summit is going to take place on Wednesday, July 16th at 11 a.m. Central. So here we are on My Sexy Business's homepage. If you go to the hello bar at the top of the site, that's the easy button, click on that. And that will take you to the Fierce Entrepreneur landing page, where you'll be able to get all the information about the summit and how you can join us at the after party, where we would love to be able to meet you and to further the conversation.
And let us just make a quick note too, Adam. It is actually not 28 days away. That's when this was recorded to show you. It is actually next Wednesday. So we definitely want to say that too, that it is much closer than 28 days. I don't know about you, Adam, but I'm getting pretty excited about it.
I can't wait. I'm very excited for it. And somebody else I'm very excited for is our next roving reporter, who is the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, because I'm excited for two reasons. One is she is going to be one of the leaders of the round table at the summit. And we are also going to watch her segment on health and wellness for entrepreneurs about finding motivation.
How do you stay motivated to keep up with your fitness routine while managing the challenges of entrepreneurship?
You know, that word motivation, I hear this all the time. I'm just not motivated. And I get it. But then I think about the other side of it. So I'm going to answer this question in a couple ways. Number one is that I understand what I'm going to feel like after. So that motivates me to work out because I know how I'm going to feel afterwards. Motivation is something that comes not from within you. And I know that's going to sound weird. I'm not motivated to take the garbage out. Okay, what's the other side of that? The garbage doesn't get taken out. Now your house smells like garbage. Is that what you want? You're like, well, no. Okay, then you take the garbage out. I feel as though motivation comes from feeling good. And people always say, you look great. And I go, I feel great because I do. And the motivation comes from helping others to work out. When other people get that aha, that light bulb moment, that motivates me because now they're starting to understand. I know that as I get older, it's even more crucial for me to stay healthy and to be well in every single way. Is it more maintenance? Yes, it is. But I'm okay with that because, in my 20s, okay. But now as I've gotten older, every year I get older, I realize it's even more crucial to do what I need to do to stay healthy. Motivation is feeling good. My joints don't hurt. My muscles are efficient. My metabolism is working. So that's the motivation for me.
I absolutely loved this segment about motivation because, Kim, how many times have you woken up and you just felt like you didn't want to work out? You have so much on your to-do list and you say, I'll work out after I finish this. Oh, I'll do it after that. Then after that. And by the time you know it, the day's over and you didn't get that workout. I think I love Kat's advice about know how you feel on the other side. Like she knows she's going to feel great after that workout. Let that be your motivation.
Well, I'll give you another motivation, Adam, that goes right alongside it. A couple weeks ago, Kat had her symposium, and she had a brain expert on there, and they talked about actually moving and, moving your body and exercising actually makes you smarter because your brain works better. So I just want y'all to know I'm getting smarter every day I hang out with Kat. Can I just say that, Adam?
You can. And it looks like I need to work out more so I can get smarter.
I love it. Well, Kat is your person if you want to get smarter and healthier.
She is, because she is the owner and founder of Small Space Pilates. And she is so incredible as a instructor, as a teacher, as a movement specialist. And in addition to all of those incredible things, she offers you the opportunity to try Small Space Pilates for free for a week. So if you go to her website, which is smallspacepilates.com, and in the navigation bar at the top, you see in the center where it says SS Pilates, click on that and it will bring you to this welcome page. And as you scroll down the page, it will give you some information about Small Space Pilates, about Kat. And then if you're ready to join, you can sign up right away. And if you're not sure, you can click the purple button that says sign me up for a complimentary week, where you can try it out. And I don't know anybody who has not worked with Kat that has not wanted to continue with her, because she is so great at what she does. So we certainly say take advantage of the offer and try with Kat, because she's going to rock your world.
She rocks mine every day, Adam.
She does. And somebody else who rocks our world is our next roving reporter, who is Denise Millet. And Denise is going to be co-leading the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit with Kat. Denise gives a lot of great information on how you can be more findable in search results. And because of her, I do have to celebrate her for a quick moment here. Because of all the advice I have gotten from Denise, I've had over 2 million visitors to my entertainment platform in the past 2 years alone. So I know firsthand that Denise's tips work. And I cannot wait to find out what she has to say today about the most important thing to be findable in search.
What search engine reader programs look at in our content?
The basic things that all platforms, when you create content, have. You have a title, you have a description. Those are the things that actually show up in search engine results. When somebody puts in their words and hits enter, they get a listing. Those are links back. So the title and the description, those are the most important. And then you can do some formatting things that tell the programs what the theme is, or what the main points of your content are. So you might use headings or lists of items, or special boxes that highlight a definition or something like that. There are also links to other pages to give more information, and that gives a little bit of credence to what you do and authority.
I just need to say those tips right there are things that Denise has told me to do, which has been some of the reasons that I've been able to be more findable in search. And one other way that Denise lets us in on these secrets of how to be findable is through her incredible new podcast, SEO Day. And the whole idea behind SEO Day is the day that it drops, which I believe is Tuesdays, it drops, is that's the day that you work on your SEO. Listen to Denise's podcast episode on Tuesdays. And then while you're listening to the episode, incorporate those tips that she is talking about. And if you're unsure about what to do with SEO and how to navigate it, the other great thing is that Denise answers listeners' questions right on the air. And if you have a question for Denise, you can go to her website, denisemillet.com, and you can submit a question for her to answer on the podcast, which I think is just really fantastic. And it really shows how much Denise cares about wanting to help you get SEO under control.
She is very, very good at what she does, y'all.
Yes, she is. And speaking of podcasts, our next roving reporter, Jill Olish, is also a podcaster. In fact, she is the host and co-host of about 4 different podcasts. And a podcast can be a great complement to your business because it's a way for your clients and customers to get to know you better, and it can help them find answers to their questions. It can also build a lot of muscles that you need in other areas of business. So let's see what Jill has to say about how podcasting helps you grow.
Thanks, Kim. I have always had a lot on my plate. But starting a business meant I needed to start to do new things as well. Podcasting was one of them. I did not know that that was going to be one of the things I did for my business, so I took it on as a hobby. And I did not love it right away, but I did love the conversations that came out of it and the growth that my husband and I had as the hosts from the podcast in our parenting and our relationship in many different ways. And we stopped because there was way too much on our plate. We took a pause. We did pick it back up a few years later, and here I am again, now with 4 podcasts that I am a host or co-host on. And I still have a lot on my plate, but I do it because I know there's an impact being made. The listeners that are listening in are getting something out of what the conversations are that they're listening to. I am also being impacted by the conversations. I am better at being a wife and a parent when I'm with my husband on our podcast. I am better at treating myself well with self-care when I'm on my other podcast. And I'm getting really, really good at asking questions, I think, on one of my other podcasts, as well as learning that I know and am learning a lot about business now. So I think we can discover things about ourselves when we were podcasting, as well as about others. And it's not always about the numbers. It's about that impact. So I like to make room for the impact that I can make on myself, as well as the co-hosts can make for me, and that I can make sure that I am providing for everyone else that gets to listen. That's why I still do podcasts, even though I have a ton on my plate. Back to you in the GME studio.
I love what Jill has to say about making impact, because that is the most important thing. And Jill definitely makes an impact with her podcast, Mama Outspoken, that she co-hosts with her husband, Bobby. And Kim, I would love to get your perspective on why Mama Outspoken is such a good podcast to listen to.
I think the biggest reason is the vulnerable. Like when they share the things that they're going through, and it's cute because when even they're talking about things, they have different perspectives of things. Because there are different ways to look at something. So I think whenever you want something real, I think this podcast is the right one for parenting, for birth, for even entrepreneurial things that, they go through. I think it's really important to have someone you can look up to. And I think this podcast gives you a mentor. It gives you someone to look up to.
Well, we definitely love looking up to Jill. So on your favorite podcatcher, make sure you find Mama Outspoken and subscribe.
Agreed.
And you are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and we are so glad that you are with us today for show 116. And today's theme is sustainability in business. One thing we want to make sure that you know is that you can connect with all of us here at Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And you can do that by going to the Roving Reporter directory, which is on the My Sexy Business website. So if you go to mysexybusiness.com and you scroll down until you see the GME tile, Good Morning Entrepreneur Show, click on that. And that will take you to the homepage for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And as you scroll down, you'll see you could watch past episodes, and then you see all of the Roving Reporters and our beautiful faces. And right below that is the Roving Reporter directory button. It's the big red button, the second big red button on the page. Click that, and that will take you to the Roving Reporter directory, where it has buttons for you to connect with all of us. As you can see here, there's connect with Kim, connect with Adam, connect with Jill, and everybody has a connect with button. So click that if you want to get in touch with any of us. And while you're there, or while you're watching GME this morning, make sure that you subscribe to the My Sexy Business YouTube channel. Just hit that subscribe button. And this way you will never miss an episode or any of the other events that we have coming up that we would love for you to be part of.
Well said, Adam.
Thank you. And one other thing we want to mention is, speaking of we've been talking so much about podcasts, is we want to let everybody know that the latest episode of My Sexy Businesses podcast, Buckets and Boom Gates, that Kim and Jill co-host together, the new episode has been released. It's episode 101. And the episode is moments that shape our business. And the question being asked in this episode is, which way do I go at the crossroads, choosing wisely with the most powerful tool you can have, stuck in constant motion and exhaustion? So Kim, are you able to elaborate on this a little bit?
I think that when we come to a crossroads, we need tools to be able to make wise decisions. Sorry. And we talk about the tool that we use and how important it is to recognize opportunities and possibilities and chances and open doors and closed doors, all of those things. So it really was a great conversation.
So you can go to your favorite podcatcher and find the Buckets and Boom Gates podcast and make sure you subscribe to it so you never miss an episode, and listen to episode 101.
Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome. Another great thing about Good Morning Entrepreneurs, which I know I mentioned at the beginning of the show, is that this is a place where you can get your questions answered. And we get questions submitted all the time from viewers, just like you. So this week's question is, how can I find repeat customers instead of random ones?
I love this question because I think it's a very common question among, business owners, period. I don't even care what level, if you just started or if it's down the road. When you get a repeat customer, you are serving someone in a way that they want to continue to use you. I think when a business is looking for new customers all the time and they're not keeping any of their customers, you have to wonder why. You have to look at that and say, we're not taking good enough care. We're not providing the next thing they need, whatever it is, product or service. If somebody buys something from you, what's the next thing that they're asking for? What's the next thing that they need? That sets you up to have repeat customers, but it also tells a tale if you are always on the lookout for new people because you can't keep the old ones. You might need to change the way you're doing business.
Yes, I agree with you, Kim. And I also think repeat customers can come in many forms. For someone like me, a repeat customer is going to be somebody that I get to interview more than one time or two times. That's going to be a repeat customer. So there's different forms that repeat customers can take.
Well, you mentioned earlier Olivia Newton-John, and I know you got to interview her 3 times. So I think you are good at the repeat.
I am very grateful for the repeat customers. Yes.
Well, let's head over to the interview king himself, who has interviewed over 2,300 people. Let's see what he's got today. Entertainers and side hustles.
So, according to press notes, Russell Parker likes to spend his days playing checkers and reminiscing about his life in vaudeville as a song and dance man. So my first question to you is, with this, when you're not performing, how do you like to spend your days?
Wow, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Most of the time, because luckily I'm so busy that I kind of like to just stay quiet. But other than that, I love entrepreneurship and I love business. And so I do a lot of reading on those kinds of things and study of that. And yeah, that's kind of my day.
Do you have any business venture that you're working on?
Well, right now I have, it's very slight. I'm not sure how much I'm going to continue this, but I have an online store on my website and I sell different t-shirts and masks and hats and things like that. But yeah, I love the affiliate marketing and I'm more of an advocate for it. And I want to talk about it so I can tell people that it works, especially our artist friends who are looking for money, some extra money, because there's ways to go online. But there's ways to go online and you can make a coloring book. And I know people who are making thousands of dollars a month by selling a coloring book.
Well, I love that you love affiliate marketing and that you believe in it, because it is something that can help you get that recurring income.
Absolutely.
Well, Kim, I just need to say that Norm Lewis is actually a prime example of a repeat customer because he is somebody that I have gotten to interview twice throughout my 16-year journey. And this interview was from May when he was starring in an off-Broadway show called Ceremonies and Dark Old Men. So it was great to catch up with him during that time.
I love it. And I love the fact that he mentioned having an online store, because sometimes I think we mere mortals out here don't realize that their entertainment people have side hustles or have businesses in a different way. So I love that he mentioned that, Adam.
Me too. It's just one of the many things I discovered about him during our interview.
Well, I hope everyone discovers you on your callmeadam.com platform. It's an entertainment destination where you can be entertained with many, many of the people that you know their name, just like Cheers, Adam. They know their name. You so many like Broadway, off-Broadway show stars. You just have so much on your website. If you head over to Adam's callmeadam.com entertainment platform and click interviews on that top bar, you'll find hundreds of interviews, including Norm's, on that page, and you can see what Adam's been up to, because Kat and I decided weeks and weeks ago that it's easier to list the people Adam does not know than it is to list who all he does know.
And Kim, I just have to say, it's very funny you mentioned the Cheers reference, because in the interview, Norm talks about how Cheers influenced his getting his name.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. It's a great story.
I love it. I can't wait to go and hear it.
Yes. And somebody else here who knows a lot about repeat customers and how to get them is our next roving reporter, Donna Bender. Donna talks a lot about finding the right branded products that will be memorable and useful as a way for your clients to think of you first when they want to do business. And I can't wait to see what she has to say today about branded products and swag that build your business.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's surprise and delight marketing segment is on what's in a name, words to describe branded products. To be clear, a branded product is a tangible physical item used to promote you and your company. And you may have heard me say this many, many times, that the right branded product used with the right intention and given to the right audience can, in fact, increase your business. So over the last many years, there have been several words that have been used to describe these items as well. So here are the top 10. Logoed items, promos, specialty advertising, branded marketing, swag, branded products, promotional products, merch, and my least favorite word, tchotchkes. Why? Well, besides the hair on the back of my neck going up every time I hear that word, if you look up the definition of the word tchotchke, you will see that it says a small, cheap, ornamental trinket or souvenir, a knick-knack. So, if you're giving away a small, cheap, ornamental trinket or knick-knack, what does that say about your company? Hollywood and influencers have really cornered the word swag. What did you get in your swag bag? What are you putting in your swag bag? Oh my God, I need to find something to put in the golf swag bag. And over the past several years, the word that's getting more and more attention is the word merch. And when I see this changing in my industry, the industry that provides all the products, well, then you know you will be seeing it more and more. But here's the bottom line. It really doesn't matter what you call them, except the word I really don't like. If it is the right branded product that people want to use and keep, they will build successful relationships that will increase your business. Back to you in the JME studios.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely love Donna and everything that she has to say about branded products and merch. And Donna does this every month. She has the big show and tell, and you can go to Donna's YouTube page and watch the replays of her big show and tell, which she just had June's show and tell a few weeks ago. But in addition to the big show and tell, Donna has other videos on her YouTube page where she can, where she gives you information and tips on how you can use branded products and merch in your business to gain, so your clients can know so you can be top of mind for them when they want to do business with you on a regular basis and a repeat basis.
Well, I have to laugh and say the June show and tell, the big show and tell, was a lot of fun. It involved sequins and red, white, and blue things and several other things you all don't want to miss. In the midst of all her fun, though, you will walk away with a lot of strategy to increase your sales in your business. So want to make sure you know it's not all fun and games, folks.
And one other thing I love about Donna's website actually houses, for those of you who don't know, her big show and tell replays as well. And she has product catalogs on there where you can get ideas and inspiration. But building a website is not an easy task to do on your own. And that is why I'm very thankful that Kim has a place for us to get hands-on assistance with how to strategically build a website. And that is through Website Royalty. Kim, would you like to talk a little bit about how you came up with Website Royalty and how people can join?
I'll just keep it really simple, Adam. I struggled with knowing what to do to build a website, and then I struggled with knowing how to strategically use the website to build a business. And that's what we do for others now, is we have a section of our community who we help with questions. We help them build the things that they're trying to do for business. Everyone's different, so everyone doesn't have the same exact answer, I will say that. If you go to our website, you can literally go down on the homepage, mysexybusiness.com. There's a website royalty. You won't feel dismissed. You will feel like you are being treated royally. There's information. Jill and I did a video. We talked about stuff. It is something that we do for Kajabi. I'm a Raving affiliate. I went from Raving fan to Raving affiliate for Kajabi. It's our favorite platform. 30-day trial there. But if you use our affiliate link, instead of paying the price for the community for the year, you actually get a bonus of an entire year in Website Royalty as a gift and a thank you from us. So more information is there.
It is definitely a great benefit to have. So if you haven't signed up for, or if you're thinking about switching website platforms or going to build a website, definitely take advantage of Kim's affiliate link with Kajabi and get Website Royalty for a year. It's very beneficial. It actually makes you feel capable in being able to build your own website. And that is why I'm very excited to go to our next segment here with the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, which is Military Minute with Kat Corchado, which is sponsored by the Sisters in Service podcast and Kat. And, you know, we learn a lot of life lessons that can help us in business. So I am looking forward to finding out what the most important lessons Kat has learned about entrepreneurship from being in the military.
Kat, what's the most important lesson you learned as an entrepreneur that you wish you knew when you were in the military?
Oh, that's a good question. That I'm capable of having a business. I don't need a whole lot of influences. I need my tribe. I need my community. But understanding that even though I don't know everything, I can still start my business because I'll learn it along the way. I didn't know I was capable of having my own business. I thought I'm going to be tethered to a W-2 or tethered to a 1099, which isn't a bad thing. It's not. It's just not what I wanted. I wanted my own business. I just didn't know what it looked like until my community said, well, what about this? And I'm like, oh, And I go, oh, what if you did this? And all of a sudden it starts to take shape and form. So understanding that I was capable. And I waited a long time, you guys. I did. But I thought, you know what? Who cares? I'm going to do it anyway. And that's what I did. I think it's also not listening to those gremlins in your head, those voices that are telling you, no, don't do that. No, you're too old. You're too this. You're not enough this. You're too much that. If you're passionate about it, do it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care. Just do it.
Kat always gives such great advice during her Military Minute segments. I absolutely love them.
Just do it.
Yes, just do it. I love it. Well, Kim, it's time that we head over to our next segment, which is Princess Speak. And for those of you that don't know what Princess Speak is the simple language for entrepreneurs and business owners that our community uses on the daily. And the Princess Speak segment is sponsored by the My Sexy Business team and community. So let's head right into it.
Thank you, Adam, and welcome everyone in the green room to the stage. I love it when everybody comes to the party. Today's phrase is when the water rises, all the boats rise. I actually can't even remember where the quote came from. It's not mine, but it's one of my favorites because it's true. In our community, when everyone works together to do something, everyone benefits. It's not a I'm going to benefit and you're not. It is truly as a group, as a collective, as a community, you can benefit from being in community, benefit from being around other business owners. And when the water rises, if you think about it, one boat doesn't stay on a different place. They all come up together. So I love the picture of this.
I love this phrase, Kim, because in my mind, it means when the team works together, everyone shines bright. When one person doesn't feel the need to single themselves out for the work that they did and can give credit to the whole team, then everyone feels that sense of accomplishment.
Love that answer, Adam.
That's good. It also makes me think that when we are in a community that is working well, nobody gets left behind. You know, no matter what we're doing, we're all on different paths in this adventure in different spots, but we're all doing the things together. So we're really not leaving anyone behind when it's working well. So I love that we have that to look forward to when exactly what you're saying, Kim, when there's success, everyone's feeling that and enjoying it too for one person and celebrating. So
I love the idea of no entrepreneur left behind. Good job, Dillo.
Got to be another Princess Speak word phrase. I like this concept. I've always said rising tides lift all boats. So it's kind of weird that we both have a different way to say the same thing. What's interesting is we live in a world that's very transactional sometimes, where it's, everything's counted, everything is given or taken and measured. And the one thing that's beautiful about a community is that there's none of that. The give and take is built into the equation such that nobody makes note of the individual gives, takes, asks or not, because you're close-knit enough that that's not what you're measuring. What you're measuring is your interaction with the whole community and how everybody feels. And so that's kind of a beautiful real world thing that we don't get to see very often, but it's magical when it happens.
I love everybody's answer. And I think that when I think about it, not all communities are like that. I've been in communities where, you're just in the community. There's no help. There's people don't want to share information. And so when you find that community where people share, other entrepreneurs share, hey, if you do this, this will make it easier. And then it makes you want to give back even more to the people that are in the community. So I think it's reciprocal. Someone helps you and you want to pass it on and help someone else.
You know, in our community, Kat, I love the reciprocal part, because in our community, we don't really have takers. They don't last long in our community, is what I'm really going to say. Is Denise talking about the tally sheets? You know, you're telling it, well, I did this for you, so no, you have to do this for me. There's no requirements. Everybody rallies together. And I think that is a different kind of community for a lot of that a lot of people haven't experienced. We would love to invite you to come to any of our events that we do in the community. Check out the community. If it's not for you, we're not everybody's flavor. But if we're not your flavor, let us help you find one that is, because community just is better. Business is better together. It is better to not have to trudge things alone. And I think the supportive nature of our community, everyone helps everybody in there. And honestly, Jill's account of the Chronicles every week is a testament to that. The numbers are going up like huge, and that is based on all the things that are happening in the community. But it doesn't mean that it's, and I'm going to use this again. I know I got feedback, and I'm going to try to do it better this time. It's not a time suck. I think the first thing I think about as a community is, oh, I don't have time for all these people. But reality is, you don't have time for struggling. You don't have time for not getting questions answered. That's what we don't have time for. So building relationships builds businesses. And if you are thinking that's not true, look around at the most successful people you know. They might be introverts like some of us are. They might be, want to be kind of a hermit person, but community makes it better. Community makes it different. So, sorry, I that was not planned, but that's just how it works.
I think one thing I love about this community, Kim, is how we do all share information. If we've discovered a shortcut that helps us with something in our business, we don't just keep it to ourselves and say, haha, I'm not going to tell anybody. We come to the table and we let everyone know, because we want everybody else to feel that we want everyone else to be able to save time the way that we have.
Yes, very, very generous. That's what I'm going to say. Very generous. I think whenever you're thinking about any kind of community activity, you need to come, and Kat has a phrase, try before you buy. I think, we have a lot of free events in our community to let you get to know us, because we don't want you to join if you don't like us. I don't know how else to put it, but plainly, we want you to have success in your business. We want you to find inspiration and motivation, all the things, but we also want you to, be happy about it. We want you to have a good time or to enjoy being around other people. So, Sweet Watcher, if you are building a business or on the entrepreneurial adventure like we are, please take the time to join some sort of community event so you can find your right place in the world with all the other business owners. So we'll see you next week, and we love you.
Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.